Today we're going to cook this beautiful piece of pork tenderloin with some Bourguignon flavours. While the term Bourguignon is now monopolised by the bistro beef stew, the term à la Bourguignon used to refer to anything that is cooked in red wine and garnished with a combination of bacon, mushroom and pearl onions. These elements work extremely well with pork tenderloin, which even though priced, has mild flavour and is extremely lean, which is prone to overcooking. And to bring out the best of the pork tenderloin, we enlist the help of the bacon. This is inspired by the classic larding technique that we discovered through our journey of exploring Escoffier's beef bourguignon, in which using a larding needle, you would insert the actual bacon fat inside the lean meat. Of course, for the home kitchen, that's a lot of work for a tiny piece of meat. So we have the next best thing. We are going to wrap it fully so that the fat content would A, give this flavor, and B, protect this from overcooking. And for that reason, we're overlapping the fat and for the fat side to make contact with the tenderloin. A lot of stuffing or wrapping dishes is more for the aesthetics, but this time it actually has a purpose, which is the kind of wrapping I prefer. We are going to have one side that has the overlap, and that will be our searing side. Hot pan, high smoke point neutral oil, in this case vegetable oil. Be generous with the oil because we can always skim off afterwards. And this beauty goes in. Because of the size of the joint, with conventional searing method, it's very hard to get meaningful Maillard reaction and browning on the loin itself without overcooking it. In this instance, we're protecting it with the bacon fat and we're browning the bacon, giving us the Maillard reaction, the caramelization we want for this cut of meat without affecting the piece of meat itself. We start to introduce the other elements of the à la Bourguignon. We have some chestnut mushrooms. You can use any mushroom you want. And pearl onions. They're very labor intensive and hard to come by nowadays, so we're just going to use a regular onion. Quite chunky. As you might have noticed, I haven't seasoned anything yet, factoring in how salty the bacon would be. And the red wine goes in, just enough to cover the mushroom and the onions. We want to keep the uncooked bacon side exposed so that we're stewing the browned bacon while allowing the oven to brown the uncooked side. So stove off, this thing goes into a preheated oven at 180. The moment the tenderloin hits 60 degrees Celsius, it comes out. While that's happening, to take our dish to the next level, in our saucepan, we have some very cheap ruby port. We simply reduce it down to a glaze, and this would add depth of flavor. This would be our thickener. This would bring the whole sauce together. Now we're precisely at 60 degrees Celsius. This beauty comes out to rest very carefully now. Perfect. And now to our sauce, we're going to add this wonderfully reduced port glaze. Now we taste and adjust the seasoning. And because we didn't cook out the wine excessively, it retained that red fruitiness and brightness that will complement the richness of the bacon so well. Just a touch of black pepper, and we can carve and plate. Of course, we turn to the presentation side, resting juices back in. First sauce the plate. Now we can carve this beauty. This is what I meant by the fat protecting the flesh. Beautifully pink, beautifully juicy. And that is pork tenderloin à la Bourguignon.